Hello everyone, as stated in the video title, today I will be sharing with you some extremely important tips to help zucchini plants in your garden produce more fruit and grow healthier, especially during winter, when the weather is not very favorable for plant growth. Many people who grow zucchini often face the problem of plants growing lots of leaves but producing few flowers, or flowers that fall off without setting fruit. However, by making just a few simple adjustments to soil selection, watering methods, sunlight, and nutrition, you will start to see a clear difference. Like the zucchini plants I'm growing here, they have many flowers and small fruits, with lush green leaves and very few signs of disease. But don't be mistaken, plants that look like this are not always truly healthy. This is a common mistake that beginners often make. And now, I will guide you through some small but effective tips to help your garden, especially your zucchini plants, produce more fruit toward the end of the season. All of these tips come from real hands-on experience and are easy to apply, whether you're growing zucchini in a garden or in pots at home. Before we get into the main content of the video, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like to support me in creating more helpful content for you. Thank you very much. Many people look at my zucchini plants and think they are growing very well because they have a lot of flowers. However, the reality is that the plants produce too many flowers while the nutrients are not sufficient to support them all. And this is exactly what makes the stems weak, soft, and prone to falling over. When a plant has to spread its nutrients to support too many flowers at the same time, the stem and root system do not receive enough energy to grow strong and healthy. Over time, you will notice the stems becoming longer and thinner, with poor resistance to wind and rain, and they may even break once the plant starts setting fruit. In addition, when nutrition is unbalanced, the plant prioritizes feeding flowers and young fruits, causing the leaves to age quickly, turn yellow early, and photosynthesize poorly, which weakens the entire plant. This is why many plants look lush and green at first, but after a short period begin to wilt, suffer from pest and disease attacks, and experience massive flower and fruit drop. This problem is even more common in winter, when sunlight is limited and plants absorb nutrients more slowly. Therefore, if you see your plants producing too many flowers at once, don't be too quick to celebrate. The key is to adjust the nutrient supply and control the number of flowers and fruits, allowing the plant to focus first on developing strong stems, healthy leaves, and a solid root system. Once the plant is strong enough and the roots are well developed, flowering and fruiting will be more stable, with larger, more uniform fruits and much better overall quality. A very useful and extremely simple tip you can easily apply at home is using eggshells for your plants. Eggshells are rich in calcium, an essential mineral that helps plants develop strong stems, healthy roots, and prevents blossom end rot, especially in crops like zucchini, tomatoes, and peppers. In addition, eggshells also contain small amounts of magnesium, potassium, and trace minerals, which help improve soil structure and support better nutrient absorption. When crushed and added to the soil, eggshells break down slowly, providing a long-lasting source of calcium while naturally loosening the soil and reducing soil acidity. Besides eggshells, rice husks are also a very beneficial material for zucchini plants. Rice husks help loosen the soil, improve drainage, prevent waterlogging, and create a favorable environment for beneficial microorganisms. When you combine rice husks with eggshells, you not only add calcium to the plants, but also improve soil structure, allowing zucchini roots to grow stronger and absorb nutrients more efficiently. However, do not apply them immediately, because when used directly, the decomposition process takes a very long time. Instead, follow my method. It's very simple. The best way is to burn the rice husks and eggshells into charcoal before applying them to the plants. This process helps eliminate pathogens, fungi, and harmful bacteria, while also making the material lighter, more porous, and easier to break down when mixed into the soil. Burned rice husk charcoal also has excellent moisture and nutrient retention, allowing zucchini roots to absorb nutrients steadily over a long period of time. When used properly, this type of charcoal significantly improves soil quality and helps plants grow stronger and healthier. One very important note when applying this method is that the burning process should stop at the charcoal stage. Never burn it down to white ash. After burning, you must allow the charcoal to cool completely before mixing it into the soil or applying it to the plants, because hot charcoal can burn the roots and cause shock to the plant. Once cooled, rice husk and eggshell charcoal become an excellent soil amendment, helping the soil become looser, retain moisture longer, and reduce nutrient leaching. In addition, the charcoal creates a favorable environment for beneficial microorganisms to thrive, supporting strong zucchini root development and stable nutrient uptake. After applying this method for some time, you will notice a clear difference: stronger stems, thicker green leaves, fewer diseases, and a significantly improved ability to flower and set fruit, especially during the winter season. While waiting for the charcoal to cool, let's return to caring for the zucchini plants. At this stage, one small but often overlooked task is pruning old leaves, diseased leaves, and leaves that block sunlight. These leaves not only provide little benefit to the plant, but also consume nutrients and become hiding places for pests and fungal diseases. When too many diseased leaves are left on the plant, nutrients are spread thin, preventing the plant from focusing its energy on developing a strong main stem and healthy fruits. Proper leaf pruning helps improve air circulation, allowing sunlight and fresh air to reach the plant more easily, which reduces the risk of pest and disease outbreaks. At the same time, the plant can absorb and use nutrients more efficiently, directing its energy toward essential parts such as strong stems, healthy roots, and evenly sized fruits. After making sure the charcoal has completely cooled, we now move into an extremely important stage, which is fertilizing the zucchini plants. Many people think that the closer the fertilizer is applied to the base of the plant, the faster it will be absorbed. However, in reality, the way you apply fertilizer has a major impact on plant health. If fertilizer is placed too close to the stem, especially organic fertilizers or charcoal mixtures, young roots can easily be burned or stressed, causing slow growth or even plant shock. The correct method is to apply fertilizer about 4 to 7 inches away from the base of the plant, right where the feeder roots are actively growing. In this area, the roots can absorb nutrients efficiently without being damaged. Spread the mixture of burned rice husk charcoal, eggshell charcoal, and organic fertilizer evenly around the plant in a circular pattern. Then lightly cover it with a thin layer of soil. This approach allows nutrients to slowly penetrate the soil, feeding the plant gradually and sustainably. After fertilizing, water moderately to activate beneficial microorganisms in the soil, helping break down and convert nutrients into forms the plant can absorb. Avoid overwatering, as it can wash nutrients away or cause root rot. When fertilizer is applied correctly, you will notice a quick response: thicker and stronger stems, darker green leaves, fewer pests and diseases, and more stable flowering and fruit set. This is a key foundation for growing healthy, productive zucchini plants, especially during the winter season. In winter, the weather often becomes harsh and unpredictable, and this is also the biggest challenge when growing zucchini. Low nighttime temperatures, large day-night temperature differences, cold dew, prolonged rain, and strong winds all directly affect the plant's growth, flowering, and fruit set. Under these conditions, no matter how well you care for the plants, they can still grow slowly, drop flowers, and become more susceptible to diseases if they are not properly protected. That is why building a greenhouse or a simple protective shelter is a very effective solution during winter. You don't need to invest in anything expensive or complicated. Just a metal frame, bamboo frame, or PVC pipes combined with clear plastic sheeting can create a protective environment for the plants. A greenhouse helps maintain stable temperatures, reduces direct exposure to cold winds, and minimizes the impact of heavy rain. During the day, sunlight is trapped inside, keeping the temperature warmer and improving photosynthesis. Another very important benefit of a greenhouse is humidity control. In winter, high humidity can easily lead to fungal diseases, stem rot, and root rot. When growing inside a greenhouse, you can actively open and close ventilation to improve air circulation, reduce excess moisture, and limit pest and disease development. At the same time, leaves dry faster after watering, which lowers the risk of leaf diseases. In addition, a greenhouse allows you to better control watering and fertilization. Rainwater will not wash nutrients out of the soil, helping plants absorb fertilizers more efficiently. Zucchini grown in a greenhouse usually have stronger stems, thicker green leaves, and most importantly, less flower drop and a higher fruit set compared to plants grown outdoors. If you grow zucchini in pots, a greenhouse is even more beneficial because containers lose heat very quickly. With proper protection, moderate warmth, and sufficient sunlight, the plants can still grow steadily and produce fruit consistently throughout the winter. This is a small investment that delivers long-term results, helping your garden get through winter safely and productively. However, when you build a greenhouse or fully cover the plants like this, an important issue arises that many people overlook. Zucchini plants will not be naturally pollinated. In a greenhouse environment, insects such as bees and butterflies have difficulty getting inside, so even though the flowers bloom abundantly, they are not pollinated. As a result, the flowers drop, or the young fruits wither and fall off early. This is why many greenhouse-grown plants look very healthy, with green leaves and lots of flowers, but still have a very low fruit set. To solve this problem, we need to hand-pollinate the plants. The method is very simple, and anyone can do it. First, you need to identify the male and female flowers on the zucchini plant. Male flowers usually grow on long stems and do not have a fruit at the base, while female flowers have a small swollen ovary just below the petals, which is the young zucchini fruit. The best time to pollinate is in the morning, when the flowers have just opened and the pollen is dry and easy to transfer. You can use a soft brush, a cotton swab, or simply pick a male flower. Gently remove its petals and directly touch the male flower's stamen to the stigma of the female flower. Gently rotate it a few times so the pollen transfers evenly. After successful pollination, you will notice the zucchini fruit begin to grow visibly within 1 to 2 days, instead of turning yellow and dropping as before. Although hand pollination takes a bit of extra time, it allows you to control the fruit set, especially during winter and when growing in a greenhouse. Thanks to this method, zucchini plants can still produce consistent, large, and high-quality fruits, even without the help of natural pollinators. Another effective way to make full use of the charcoal prepared earlier is to mix it with water and use it to water your zucchini plants. This method allows the nutrients and minerals in the charcoal to reach the soil faster, especially in the feeder root zone. Simply take a small amount of cooled rice husk and eggshell charcoal, lightly crush it into smaller pieces, add it to a bucket of water, stir well, and let it sit for a few minutes before watering. When you apply this mixture around the base of the plant, the charcoal helps improve soil structure, making the soil looser and enhancing its moisture retention ability. Charcoal also has the ability to absorb and retain nutrients, which reduces nutrient loss and provides a slow, steady nutrient supply to the plant over time. In addition, charcoal-infused water creates a favorable environment for beneficial microorganisms, helping the roots absorb nutrients more efficiently. With regular application, you will notice a clear improvement in your zucchini plants. Thicker and greener leaves, stronger stems, healthier root systems, and more consistent flowering and fruit set. Especially during winter, when nutrient uptake is slower, watering with charcoal solution helps plants absorb nutrients gently without stress, supporting steady growth and higher yields. One small but important tip when watering is to water just enough to keep the soil moist, and avoid overwatering, which can cause root rot and stem rot. It's best to water early in the morning and avoid wetting the leaves to reduce the risk of fungal diseases. If the soil is still moist, there's no need to water again, helping zucchini plants grow steadily and stay healthy. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you so much, and see you in the next videos.